Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies, man. Just got a tweet that come across my phone from Adam Scheffner, or Jeremy Fowler, retweeted by Adam Scheffner, and I'll read it verbatim. Five-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Jarvis Landry is visiting the Saints this week, per source. Should be there tomorrow. New Orleans has been looking for wide receiver help for a while. Brown's still in the mix for Landry, too. Obviously, this is good news, man. The Saints need a wide receiver. We're basically, right now, Deontay Hardy, Callaway, Traquan Smith, Michael Thomas. That's four guys. That's two guys with question marks. I believe really three guys with question marks and Michael Thomas. If you bring Jarvis Landry into that room, then you got a guy that's not a question mark. And now, you can draft a receiver and you can have a receiver room of Hardy, Callaway, Traquan, Jarvis, Michael Thomas, and the first round draft pick. That's just a hell of a receiver room. We went go from having one of the worst to honestly having a pretty damn good receiver room if that was to happen. So man, bringing Jarvis in, does help that out, and it gives you flexibility with those two first round picks, man. If you bring in Jarvis, then maybe you don't take a receiver in the first round. Maybe you take a receiver in that second round with that 49th pick, and maybe you take offensive tackle and whatever may seem fit. Defensive tackle. I know a lot of people like Jordan Davis. I like him as well. Maybe you go two offensive linemen. Who knows what you do with that? But if you bring in Jarvis Landry, it does give you options. But you still have to draft a receiver. I still want to draft a receiver in the first round personally. Even if Jarvis Landry comes in, I still think we need to take one of those receivers. But if we did draft one in the second round, like a Christian Watson or Pickens, I wouldn't be upset with that either. So, this visit is going to be important for the Saints, man. If they can get him, that'll be nice. Hopefully we can get him. Hopefully we can get tired in the building with him. But former LSU guy, man, obviously a good slot receiver, man. He's a great blocker. Hell of a blocker, one of the best in the league. He's tough, he's physical, he's gonna run all those intermediate routes. So it'll be a blast to have Jarvis Landry. We'll see how this turns out, man. Obviously he's battled through injuries a lot. I can't stress enough. He's battled through a lot of injuries the last couple of years, so that's definitely cause for concern. That's a little caution. Hopefully his price tag isn't too high, man. I know a lot of these players want to get paid. That receiver market was crazy. I think it's kind of died back down, and some of these, mid-tier to low-tier guys kind of came back to reality and realized they're not worth, what they were asking for. These guys were asking for $15 million plus a year when they're barely worth over $5. So, I don't know what Jarvis is asking for. I don't know what the Saints' price is, but I don't want to pay him too much, man. Just the injury concerns, man, the age. It just won't be good if we lock him up to a multi-year deal that's worth some money, some real money. I definitely like the idea of this, but only at the right price point, man. You got to get him at the right price. We get him at the right price, the right number of years. I'm a-okay with this. If it's gonna be too expensive, too costly, just stay away. Just stay away from it. Draft a receiver. Rock with the guys you got. Only way I'm willing to pay, a ton of money. I say a ton, but overpay them if it's for 1 year. I'm always willing to overpay guys for 1 year just because you're in and you're out. It doesn't affect you on the long term or anything like that. But if it's going to be a multi-year deal, man, it has to be at the right price point. He's getting older. He's injury prone. But we'll see we'll see how this turns out, man. I would love him on the team. Being a Louisiana guy, we finally get an LSU guy in the building. It'll just be great for the team. Tough. He's going to be a locker room guy. I know if y'all remember that speech, that he had, I'm probably going to try to throw that at the end of this video, man. That speech that he had on Hard Knocks to the Browns. Absolute legendary speech. So we'll see, man. He's a leader. He's a tough guy. I think he'll bring some intensity to this team. That's much needed on offense. He'll keep guys in line. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Hopefully he signs with the Saints, but this is early stages. Who knows what's gonna happen, man? Obviously the Browns. He's coming from there. They got Deshaun Watson now. That's a good look over there. A good defense. And over here, it's kind of a question mark. New coach. Jameis Winston coming back from injury. Our defense is still going to be elite. So we'll see what he makes. We'll see when he makes a decision. Obviously, we want him to come to the Saints. I think it'll be a good pickup, solid pickup. But let me know what y'all think, man. Jarvis Landry is visiting the Saints. There's finally some more news coming out of this free agency for us. Right before the draft, too. That's kind of interesting. I think they want to kind of figure this out before the draft comes, because you don't want to, draft a couple of wide receivers and then, like Jarvis Landry say, we want to play for you. Now we have too many receivers. We can't make that work. So get them in before the draft. If we can get a deal done this week, that'll be great. If we can't, then I'm sure we'll just, look into the draft and leave with a couple of receivers after that. Or we'll go into the draft and maybe receivers have already, been picked before us, and we don't get the guy we want, and we have to backtrack after the draft and look at receivers in free agency, and maybe Jarvis will still be there. So a lot of options for Mickey Loomis and the Saints, man. I'll just see how it plays out. My hopes are not too high on this. I'll take him. It's not like a super. I want Jarvis Landry bad, but I'll take him for sure. He's a good player. He's a solid player, and he's gonna be productive for us. So, hey man, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. As always, this is Taboo Tragedies.
I don't know what the fuck's been going on here, and I don't know why it's been going on here, but if you're not hurt, like if your hamstring ain't falling off the fucking bone, your leg ain't broke, I don't know, like you should be fucking practicing. Like straight up. Like that shit is weakness, and that shit is contagious as fuck. And that shit ain't gonna be in this room, bro. That shit been here in the past, and that's why the past has been like it is, bro. That shit is over with here, bro. If you can fucking practice. You can't get no better. Ain't nobody gonna get better by being on the fucking sideline if you ain't fucking hurt. If you not fucking hurt, you gotta fucking practice. Because you make other motherfuckers work even fucking harder. Now they had more fucking risk of getting hurt because you don't want fucking practice. Because you being a bitch. Straight up, man, that shit is fucking real, bruh. That shit ain't happening here. I'm just letting y'all niggas know that shit is not fucking happening here. I'm hurting, I'm tired just like every fucking body in this motherfucker. But I ain't taking no motherfucking days off because I can't be fucking great that way. That gotta be the fucking attitude and the mentality all the fucking time. All that weak shit don't fucking live here no more. That shit don't exist. It's contagious, bro. Like, it's really fucking contagious. It's contagious.